Hi everyone, you're watching John Effects. In this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. We'll look at important levels and possible entry points. And we're starting with euro dollar as usual. This week I had no trades because was nothing for me. And let's just have a little bit of the quick close look. And as we are looking at what happened, you see this is where it was previously. Market stopped around here. I said I would wait for consolidation here, but you see on Monday it moved up, didn't reach this level. Went down a little bit around this area, did create a little bit of the channel, but you can see there was no movements before the European London session opening. Then there was American session, nothing here, so I lost the interest in it. Okay, so the movement happened afterwards, but it was already too late for me to go for any trade. So next day, nothing, and absolutely nothing on Friday either. So this new week we are going to have the most important news I will be waiting for, of course, is American news, ISM manufacturing, and the most important, of course, non-farm payrolls. So I believe it could be a huge move if there will be good news. I would think market might accept that the next week interest rate will be raised if ISM and non-farm will be good this week. So that's why possibly it could be huge moves. So we'll see. If not going to be huge moves, if market will be still uncertain, then possibly next week. But if it will be good this week, then possibly next week market can just ignore the interest rate change because it will accept it already this week. That's why it's going to be a very important week, but very risky too. So be careful with your decisions because you can see what happened this week, how chaotic it was. So just be prepared for anything. Okay, so euro dollar this week is also going to have Draghi speech, so it could possibly do some movement. Not sure if I will go for any trades for Draghi news event, but I will keep an eye on it just to see what's going to happen, I guess. So what I'm going to do, of course, when such big news coming, the market would just ignore some levels and patterns. It can just make huge movements wherever it wants to make. Okay, it can go any direction. That's why I'm going to just look at possible areas for the placing the orders, and I'm going to show you on a bigger chart. You can see here. So what I do here, the area where I will be concentrating on, and it would be a really good area if the market, for example, would stay inside here before any news event happens. Okay, so I can say it would be just perfect if we would just stay here right before the non-farm, but because we have ISM manufacturing and also Draghi speaks before Friday, so it could be, of course, it can come out from this area, but it would be just perfect if it would just stay in here for me. Okay, so I can see any movements if there will be some news and the market would make movement, so then I will see to go to the next level. So I'll be looking here any consolidation, and if it will go down, this is what would be the area to look for the other consolidation. Okay, so as I'm saying, I'm not sure if ISM manufacturing maybe the market will take as a big news. So of course, as I'm saying, if it will be a huge move on ISM with the any up and down, then of course with the non-farm it could just continue the trend. So that's why I'm saying if it will be good movement to any of those areas, then it could possibly, for example, continue next. Depends where it will be. Then maybe with non-farm it would be the next area here, and if it will go the other way direction, so we will be looking at this area, just looking a little bit further. Okay, so this is what I will be looking for this new week. Just this area is looking is the best for the market for me to prepare for the news, for the coming news. You see, it's narrowing down this week. It was just looking like a little bit of again triangle, a bit of the pennant. But as I'm saying, with the news, it might ignore this level a little bit, but we'll see. And if it, like I'm saying, if it will ignore that, it will maybe it will be like a little bit more squared, maybe a little bit wider, maybe that area we'll be looking at. So that's how I'm going to work with euro dollar. Okay, so starting with looking at this little area. Okay, we're going to pound dollar. I had a little trade in pound dollar. and this is the area. You can see it is from previous week. This is what happening. This is what happened at the beginning of the week. So we had Monday, and it's created the head. You see that top, which I placed this little level to see if it will be head and possible creation of shoulder. So I had my sell order from this area, the neck area of the possible head and shoulders, and I was thinking if it will be a shoulder, then I would wait for any consolidation around here and see if it will go back down, or maybe it will be a third top, continue the way up. So that's why in this day I placed only sell order to see if it will be neck area. So okay, so I had a bit of the trade here, about 50 pips around here. So when market moved to next level, I was hoping for the consolidation around this area and placing the orders again, either for sell or buy. And you can see what happened. This is what I was telling you about all the time. Be careful, because the Brexit news, they're still there, Brexit talks, and this is how they influence the movements, okay? So to catch that movement was pretty much impossible unless you're watching and following every moment of the Brexit, whatever they're saying there, but it can be so unexpected, just like that. That was unexpected. Okay, so I know about the Brexit news, of course I am following it, but I'm not really sitting and waiting for them like every second. So, and you see the market didn't prepare here, but the trailing stop, and that's what I'm saying, protect yourself with stops, trailing stops, because you never know. Of course, I was hoping it will continue the way down to create, still stay in the flag area, and with still not a good decision for the Brexit out, it still was more looking like it will continue the way down. But just like I was warning you in previous video and in the other videos, I'm always warning you, we do expect one thing, but the market moves wherever it wants. And you can see, I told you that the possibility of going back up, it was, and we had the next stopping areas, okay, target areas and levels. So this is where market stopped. So, well, the possible trade could have been after all of this movement up. This was a little pennant, so it could possibly be a trade, but I didn't go for it because I just didn't want to risk it. So here we had also a little channel, but it was Friday, so that's why I wouldn't risk it either. So what's now? Looking, of course, for this area right now. I'm not sure if I'll be going for trades for pound this week, but we'll see. This is what I would be looking at. Why this area? Because you can see previously we had a top here. Okay, so we had a top. So anything around here, of course, by the look of this top, it could possibly just go back and continue its way, go back into our flaggy area, right? So, but at the same time, we never know if it will have a bit of consolidation here, and let's say break that area. Didn't reach it yet. We still distance to get to this area. The next one level is going to be this. That level is from the Fibonacci. Okay, so I draw it using Fibonacci level, and also we have a little bit of bottom here. So it could be possible the next movement to this area. Okay, so and then of course waiting for any consolidation around here, and either continue or turning around. So we do still have a look like a bottom, okay, one big bottom. Of course, at the same time, it does look a little bit like a head and shoulders, but the upside down head and shoulders. At the same time, it might be a bottom, still more looking like that, because we still have no clarity with Brexit. So that's what I'm saying. Anything can happen. Expect wherever. But I will be waiting for any consolidation. It would be, of course, much better if it would just consolidate around this level, around this area, and looking for, as I'm saying, before the news, placing the orders both directions, because the news events, of course, could be anything. But is expectation of the interest rate change raising, of course, more towards pound going down, of course, against dollar. But you never know. Like I'm saying, always never know what's going to happen. So just watch this area now, so I can change, move that. Well, if I move that, it's fine a little bit. Okay, so okay, so here we go. So now next we're going to dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen. Let's just have a little quick look on a bigger chart. You can see I had no trades again. It was nothing for me, but it was not unexpected. Okay, so we had this bottom from the previous week. I told you I would wait for any consolidation around here. I had this little level to see if it consolidates. and it would be a possible good entry point. So right here it wasn't good entry point, and just as expected, the double bottom, that's what it did create. Double bottom had a bit of consolidation here. If you go on a small chart, it wasn't good enough for me, even though it was very close with both levels here, and I just didn't want to risk it. So it was showing that it should go up, so could possibly place the trade, but didn't want to do it. So you can see it went up now, and so it's still looking like creating a shoulder, just as we were talking about it, right? So shoulder, it broke it, it looked like a false break. Also, it could be creation of the diamond pattern, but let's just see as a shoulder area. And the only thing is, you can see if there will be good news for dollar, of course we will see it going up. If it's not, we will see going down and creating the continue with the pattern. So at this point, I would say I wouldn't look at it as a pattern. I would just concentrate on the news coming, okay, and how the market will prepare. So first of all, right now, looking at this level, if, for example, before the news it will move and create a bit of the shoulder, I would look at any consolidation around this level. Dollar yen could have really good movements on either ISM or non-farm. Of course, again, looking more into non-farm. So it could make really huge movements. Except you can see dollar yen does create really good patterns. So with the good news for dollar, it might not be as big movement, but who knows, it could possibly be. So that's why I'm just saying, ignore the patterns before the news. When the news event happens, just wherever it can move, wherever it wants. Big movements, small movements, but this is the, like I'm saying, the first level we'll be waiting for good consolidation. Next level, good consolidation, if it will move back down to this area, then possibly that level, if it will go down to the next level in here. So any of these levels, I will be waiting for any consolidation before the news events, and that's it. And just as I'm saying, forgetting about ignoring the patterns before the news events, okay? So after the news events, we will be a bit better picture what we'll be looking at next. Okay, so that's it with dollar yen. Going to Australian dollar, I had nothing again for Australian dollar too. Nothing unexpected happened. So just the whole week it was just sitting around this area as expected, but in the middle there was nothing there to go for any trades. Okay, so and this coming week again, we have some Australian news. I'm not going to go for the Australian news. Wherever it will move, it will not move. I'll be waiting for the American news. Okay. And just wherever any of these levels, again, I do have any consolidation around this level, or that level. I'm just showing to you again, because as I'm saying, before the non-farm could be movements, before the ISM could be movements, or during ISM could be movements. So any of those levels, any good nice consolidations, I will be looking for going for trade. So I'm going to leave it here for now, and just leave it as this. Okay, and that's why I'm not even showing, I'm not even looking, saying where it would go or what, because with the news, after the news, it would be better to see. Right now, it's just not even point to talk about it. Okay, so where the market, you can see where the market goes from the previous week. You see what happened this week, and what's going to happen this week. It's all going to be up to the news event. Okay, so dollar CAD, I had trades with dollar CAD because that was quite good this week. Preparations for the news, for the trades. So I have this big picture for you. You see this is triangle, which I was telling you about before. So I want you like now to see it a little bit more clear. You can see we had one top, one bottom, one top, one bottom. I was telling you to create a bottom here, right? So for this week, for previous week, I was telling you it will be either the third top or it will be trying to break it. Okay, it's the triangle strategy, so you can have a look. So that's the bigger, it's a very big chart. I don't know trade triangles, I just show it to you, but that's, you see how triangle on the bigger chart, the patterns in the big chart helps to go and trade on the smaller charts. Okay, so we had a picture, we had important levels, and you can see on the smaller chart, I had a really nice little consolidation. Okay, so you see on Monday, that's what I'm saying to you, it was consolidating around here, but wasn't good enough. You see it went up a little bit, went down a little bit here, nothing in here when moved, and then from Monday to Tuesday, a very nice little flag. You can see we have up, little flag, and expectation was, of course, for the market to continue way up or turning around. So it could be right? But the first thing was that. So I had both orders placed, buy and sell. So that's a small movement. I didn't catch all the movement. Okay, so I just got a little bit of this movement. So, and you can see, well, if I would go a little bit further, then it's created a top. Okay, so it went up in here. So, and then I was warning you about the big news coming, lots of news for Canadian dollar, yeah. And this is what we had, a very good move, and I had a trade here too, not all the way, of course. I did go out a little bit earlier, and so because I had a top here and I had another top here, so it was always showing as a double top, so it's either should turn around, and we had also this level again, right? So it was sitting around here before the news event. You can see it's like for what we have, let's see, on the smaller chart would be better. So we do have one day little bit consolidation here, next day created us that top, go back and prepared a bit before the news. So you see all this area in here will show. So I had the orders, I chose a very wide distance, so I got a buy order from this level. Just I thought, in case, you know, with the news, anything could happen, so it could have continued all the way up, or of course as a double top it was more looking to go down. So I had two orders placed, and because of course it was a really huge move, I didn't get in exactly the position where I wanted, so it was a little bit lower, and I went down and come out a little bit higher around this area. So wasn't too bad, so got a good profit in here. And so what I will be looking at now, again, you can see it's been stopped by this level, and of course waiting for the news event happening. So I would presume it probably could possibly have a bit of the consolidation around here. So we'll be starting with this area. You can see it's a little bit higher this level, but you can see you can always move, like I was just saying to you. I'll just leave it here for now, but you can see the area. Okay, so we'll be waiting for any consolidation, because, and well, again, as I'm saying, right now it's more looking like we do have double top, little bit of triple top, let's say, and here it could sit a little bit here, but with the news event, of course, well, with the pattern, we can see with that pattern, it's more looking like it should continue the way down. Yeah, we have like a little bit of neck and the base, and it should continue like at least go to the next level. I'm still going to use that level, okay? So I'm still going to use any of these levels, okay? So from here, it could possibly go to this level, right? Or at the same time, of course, it can go to the next one. So this is would be the first, and of course, if it will sit here, so possibly depends. Maybe it will not break that level before, so that would be possible go for if it will go up. So from that going back up in here, okay. So maybe you can reach that level, or depends. I'm saying could be huge news. Maybe it will go even higher. So who knows? That's what I'm saying. With the news events, you can move anywhere, could make any good big movements in any direction. So it could be very risky. So just be careful. Okay, even though it could be good, it could be bad. Okay, so and so that's it. I'm going to we'll start with this area. Okay, so this would be the first area to see. I'm showing you the other levels is just in case if there will be movements before the news events, but before the ISM manufacturing, I don't think there will be some news. There also will be Canadian news. I think the interest rate, but I don't think it's going to change. So that's I don't think it's going to be any influence on dollar CAD. I'm not going to look for the dollar CAD this week news. So American news the major for me. Okay, so priority is American news. So this is if that consolidation around here, that would be just perfect. Around this area would be just perfect. But just I'm saying, if it will move, then that level possibly still maybe look at a little bit around at that level again, because you see this week it did consolidate it around this level a little bit, but it was together with that one from the downtrend level. So possibly it's like I'm saying, maybe it will move and would sit around here something. So any consolidation, like I'm saying, just any consolidation. See after ISM, if not influence on ISM, then wherever it will consolidate for non-farm, before the non-farm will happen. Okay, so starting this area. So going to euro pound. Okay, euro pound not going to touch this week at all. Again, wasn't touching it last week. You see, that's where I have my square. This is where I was waiting for consolidation. Okay, and just like we were looking at the technical analysis, remember it was more looking like pound was supposed to continue the way down and euro was supposed to go up. So I was expecting to go up, and you see at the same time I was telling you it could go down. Anything could happen. You see, it was a very good area for go for trade, either direction up or down. So it went down quite well, but it didn't give me a nice channel. Like you see, it gave me nothing here, so that's why it was no for me. And again, for this week, like I'm saying, I'm not going for trades, but I would be looking at, again, consolidation at this level or that level, still staying the same. Okay, those two levels for me would have been priorities, but I'm not trading this week euro pound, definitely not. Okay, now we're going to gold, and gold also had a small trade on it. Finally, it gave me something to look at. Now, going to smaller chart, I'm showing you what I'm always trying to point out at. So you see, this is where we were. I had this new level here. As I was saying, I would wait for this week because non-farm, right? But I said the other week I would go if it will give me really something good, right? Because the movements could happen anytime. When there's something really good, that's what I was talking about. That's the something really good. Okay, that happened exactly at the desired level. Okay, so it's not really hard. It's not moving. So you can see here we had on Monday it moved up and it consolidated for the whole day. You see, it's a Tuesday whole day. So it started from Monday right to the Tuesday and on Wednesday. This is what I'm talking about. This is let's say full 2 days of consolidation for me. Okay. So half of previous, half of next, and in the middle. So that's what I'm always looking for on the gold. Some consolidations like this. So that gave me very good entry point. It's not very big. It's about 50 pips the wide, and I placed the order buy to go to the next level and sell, go back down here. So of course, like I'm saying, I didn't get all the way, so I had a small trade, just that little part because I didn't want to risk it. So this was the little one. So that kind of candle got me out of the trade really. So I had a very small profit in here. So it's as I'm saying, it's a bit risky with gold. Don't wanna go into it risking it too much, but that was profit. Okay, so this is what I'm waiting for. So you see, like for example here, it started to consolidate, but yeah, it did move, but it's not long enough for me. It's only smaller. It's like this is what I look for mostly on the other pairs, but not on gold. So that's why I didn't go to the next trade. Okay, so what I will be looking now, of course, now this news are coming, and I'm saying possibly because all these weeks gold was performing not fantastic. It was just nothing. Well, except also, guys, I didn't draw another level. Is just don't want it too many because you can see it does look a little bit like a uptrend here, a little bit uptrend channel. Okay, so it's a bit too many, but I think I'll leave it now because I didn't point it out last time. So visually now you know, you can see where it is. So you can see it's back into this area. As I was saying, that gold is possibly could sit into this area, try to get out, but it's still back in. I would think, like, I don't know, but non-farm probably should have a good impact on dollar, on gold dollar. I don't know if that is not going to move. Well, interest rate change maybe. I have no idea what else can make it move huge. So I will be waiting for consolidation. You can see it's nearing. Here will be also probably about now 50 up to 50 pips with that area. So if it will go in there, let's just go in the smaller chart so you can see a little bit better. You see, it's really hard to show it this way. So you can see in here, I mean, we do still have that little level, but for me it would be the perfect if it will just consolidate between these two levels. Okay, this and that. That would be just perfect. If it will sit here, give me anything around this. I would just hope it will not have a movement on ISM manufacturing. I'm still not sure about going for that trade, but we'll see how it will prepare itself because it's not enough time to prepare. But if it will sit around here before non-farm, I will probably definitely go for the trade, okay, in that area. So we'll see if maybe it will prepare something before ISM non-manufacturing, ISM manufacturing. Maybe if it will again move to one or another level, then I will see how again we see to that level or possibly to that. Then I will see again how the market will prepare, because with the ISM manufacturing, then it could give a little bit, maybe it will finally start to push it towards to one or another direction. So if there would be good news for ISM, maybe it will make a move, okay, and then it will be good non-farm, it will continue the trend. You understand what I'm trying to say? So then you can top up. But I don't know, I kind of like worry that it could be messy on ISM. It could be messy, so you need to be very careful and see how good the channel could possibly be. Okay, so that's the area I'll be looking at. Okay, so if not exactly here, then maybe possibly like around this, maybe it will be very narrow around here, something. So, but you understand, this is what I'm talking about. That's the area. Okay, so that's the goal. Now we're going to pound yen. Okay, pound yen, you know, I do not trade, but I was telling you, it was clearly a good time to go for trade. Okay, so I clearly told you that previous video, and see what happens. So how could you work with this and, well, try to catch obviously both movements? Is that, like I was saying to you, I would prefer if it would narrowing down in here and place trades from that level and from that level. Yeah, buy and sell. Of course, to catch that level, well, if you would have leave the trades, pending orders, of course I'm talking about pending orders all the time, then you would have get that trade, okay? Well, depends. So here what it was, as I was talking about, you see we had, like on Monday it was a little bit consolidation around this area, but too close to that, so went down a bit and consolidated around here. So this is how you could have placed the orders to sell from this level, and still place the orders to buy from that level. So, or from this level, okay? So that could have been a possible the trades. So also, just like we're seeing here, you see where it went. It was stopped. It's 100 pips. It would have been good 100 pips movement. Probably about, if I would be trading, it would be about 80 pips profit, maybe slightly less. It reached. You see, it's been stopped by the channel. You see the level of the channel, that blue one. So now see, that's what it was helpful for. You see how the levels helped. So now you see I draw that level. Remember, it was around here. I was telling you, there is no time to place it yet, because I was saying to you, I was wanted to see what's gonna happen here. And now we can see it created the bottom, okay? The bottom, which I was talking to you about. It was looking like a triangle, okay? So I pointed it out, and then you could move this level either to this area, because we have a bottom on a smaller charts, okay, or possibly you could have moved here, right? So it finally gave us the bottom, and so that's how you could catch that movement, or at least a bit of that movement, as it's a triangle, isn't it? Remember, I was telling you we have 1, 1, 2, 2, and the third is usually will be trying to break, okay? The market will either create the third, whatever third, or will break it. So it's always waiting for 2 at least, and that's why I was saying this was looking more like it will go up, because it could possibly be a double bottom. Not double bottom, the double bottom of the triangle, okay, the second bottom of the triangle, let's say. So 2 tops, 2 bottoms, and the third is always either try to make it or break it, okay? So it's easy. It's the rules of the triangle. You can see and watch the strategy trading. So with this, for example, we can leave it here right now. I can just leave it here because we do have more touch ups of the candles here, and you can see how it's broke around this area. It's a very big triangle on a very big chart. So as I'm saying, I do not trade such big ones, but you could have, that's what I'm saying, you could have get right here where I was pointing out previous week. It was a good moment for go for trade. It was like, you see how narrowing. When you see something like this, you know that something is going to happen big, because it was very narrowing. You see, this what wasn't clearly on pound dollar, but pound yen gave a very, very good picture. So Well, what now is again we are waiting for big news coming for American dollar, which might not be a case for pound yen. So what I would be looking for right here, so it kind of broke this area, okay, so as if it is was not a false, let's say, breakout, it should continue the way up as a triangle. Yes, as we do know the triangle, we do have something like this, so it could possibly continue to get to that area. So depends again would be Brexit news, see what's going to happen with yen. But if there is nothing, maybe it will be a little bit slow, and this is a big move, then maybe it will do like any pattern around here, maybe like a flag or little triangle here too. So just wait for any consolidation, whatever is going to happen next, because there are so many levels right now here, and you can see that's why it's going to be massive. It was technically was quite nice, but at the same time it was quite unexpected with the Brexit news. So what we do have here, you see it's around this area. So there's I'm saying around this level. I'm showing you in a bigger chart again, so you can see, understand this level. Okay, so if any consolidation here, if it will move back down, of course, then to look around this area to see maybe it will go back inside the triangle area again. Okay, so that also top could be a little bit moved, changed, because we do still have a little wing here, so you can move it a little bit. So just to see what is going to happen, okay, so where it's going to be. But I'm going to leave it here for now, because we can see clearly that that wing is also stopped around this level. You can see around here. So could possibly, like I'm saying, could possibly go back and do any consolidation around this area, or could stay around this area. So just those two areas to look for, because right now it's nothing. It just went up and that's it. Had a bit of the went down a bit of this after the news, so a bit of reaction. So just to see is that what's the next, how is it going to, what is it going to give, because right now it's not giving anything. So okay, that's the all my analysis for this week. Wish you happy trading. Again, don't forget about all the news coming, be careful, and also the holidays soon. If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you next week. Bye everyone.